Imagine traveling to a new country, whether that's Bali, Thailand, Portugal, anywhere you like. Working whenever you want, at a cafe overlooking the beach, sipping a coconut, or at a popular co-working area where you can meet other like-minded people like you. On the days off, you can explore hidden waterfalls, hike an active volcano, or explore the city life. You can literally go and experience whatever you want because you make money online, and all you need is a laptop and a Wi-Fi, and you can work from anywhere. This life is possible by learning how to become a digital nomad. Everyone wants to live a life where they can work for themselves, doing what they love, having the freedom to work remotely from anywhere in the world. I've been living as a digital nomad for close to 2 years and have been making money online for over 8 years. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Sean and I teach people how to make money online by building a freedom-based business. And here's why I believe everyone should consider becoming a digital nomad or at least experience living remotely, especially if you live in the West such as US, UK, Canada. Number one, your money goes a lot further. As an example, you can work for a US company, get paid in US dollars, but spend it in a country with weaker currency. Your money goes a lot further. This is called geo arbitrage and in my opinion is the fastest way to achieving financial independence. Because as an example, if you're in the US and need $10,000 a month to comfortably retire, you would only need $2,000 a month to live an amazing life in Thailand. Number two is quality of life does not suffer. So unless your quality of life is tied to being with friends and family every single day, you're not missing much moving to another country. In fact, some countries like Thailand, from my experience, offers a higher quality of life, a lot more convenient than the US. People are friendlier, the food is better, and everything is 1/3 of the price. I personally am originally from Japan, but lived my adult life in Hawaii, and even though Hawaii is beautiful, I do feel people are angrier than the people that I've met while traveling the world. And this is Hawaii, where everyone is supposed to have that aloha mindset. A lot of my friends tell me that it's a lot worse in the mainland US. Everyone is angry, and if you're looking for a peace of mind and a positive environment, perhaps it's time to explore other options. Number three is quality of relationships. When you live in a popular digital nomad destination, you obviously will meet other digital nomads. From my experience, these people are a lot more open and friendlier than people that I know who are set in their ways and in their country. Also, as an entrepreneur, I love talking about building businesses and making money. But in the US, it's kind of looked down upon to talk about money. And I never met anyone in Hawaii that was doing the same thing as me. But when I started traveling, almost everyone I meet are building some sort of business, trying to do the same thing I'm doing, trying to achieve the same goals of freedom. So making friends have been a lot easier as a digital nomad. So to achieve the digital nomad lifestyle, the number one thing you need to figure out is obviously money. It's essential to find a way to make money online so you can relocate. You need to achieve location independence. Now there are 3 ways of doing this. Number 1 is to become a remote employee. Number 2 is to become a freelancer. And number 3 is to build your own business. This could be any business such as content creation, startup, software, book publishing, and much more. So let's talk about option 1, becoming a remote employee. You could do this with any job as long as it's something that you do working on your laptop, but I do tend to meet people in coding or tech jobs taking this path. To get started, it's as simple as asking your employer if they accept remote work. As someone who has remote employees myself, I can tell you that I really don't care that my employees don't work in an office, as long as the job gets done. Although you can achieve location freedom, the main issue with this path is the time freedom. As an example, if you work for a US company, even if your employer allows remote work, they often have certain hours where you have to work. And if you want to travel to a country with a completely opposite time zones, such as Bali or Thailand, you will be working during the night and sleeping during the day. I've met plenty people like this during my travels, and I never understood why they even bother to come to Bali when they can't even enjoy it. Option 2 is the freelancer path, so something like being a ghostwriter, video editor, copywriter, and many others. The freelancer path is good for those who wants to get started with the digital nomad path as soon as possible, as you can start making money quicker, although it lacks the leverage of the other options such as building your own business. To become a remote freelancer, you need to acquire a skill that can be done remotely and find clients willing to pay you for your skill. These skills can be learned or leveraged from prior job experiences, such as if you're good at writing, you can become a freelance ghostwriter. If you're good at editing, you can be a video editor. You could also start an agency where you serve other businesses, such as running ads for them. So to get started, just set up a profile on Fiverr and Upwork and start applying for jobs. Do a good job and build up your portfolio. Over time, it'll get easier and easier to get more jobs. Obviously, the first client will be the hardest since you have no reviews or experience. But as you gather positive reviews on your online profiles, things will start snowballing. The freelancer path is a solid way to become a digital nomad, but the issue I have with it is that you never really truly be free. You will have to continue to work, continue to look for new clients to maintain the income. It's kind of like replacing your 9 to 5 with a new job that you do online. So if you have the goal of achieving not only location freedom, but also time and financial freedom, then the third option, which is the entrepreneur path, might be for you. So starting a business is scary and it'll require some upfront cost and a lot of time invested. It's slower to make money at the start, but with a business, the results compound. Unlike the employee or the freelancer path where your income never really increases significantly over time, with the entrepreneur path, your income has no ceiling. If you build good businesses, you can eventually get to a point where you're working a lot less than a job or freelancer path while making a lot more. I personally know plenty of people, including myself, that make 6 or even 7 figures a year working just a few hours a day. As an example, this is how a typical entrepreneur path could look like. Month 1, you start the business and invest some money and a lot of time in setting up the groundwork. You make no money and you've lost some money. Month 2 to 3, you keep pushing and you start making some money, but you're spending just as much as you make into business expenses. So you're only breaking even while investing a ton of time into it. You feel defeated, and this is where 99% of people quit and go back to their job. But for the 1% that stays and keeps pushing, things starts changing in month 4 and beyond. You start making a profit, then every month the profit grows as your business grows. Now, obviously this is just an example timeline, but typically I recommend people to stick it out for 6 to 12 months before quitting on a business. The biggest benefit to building a business is the compound income. Unlike a job or a freelancer, you're not starting from zero every month. Oftentimes, if you build it right, because of the systems that you created, every month your income keeps growing while your workload stays the same. So it's important to note that some businesses are naturally more suited for digital nomading than others. Businesses I do not recommend for those who want to travel are physical product-based businesses such as Amazon FBA or any businesses that requires a physical location like real estate investing. Because it's going to be very hard for you to ship products to you or check on your properties if you're constantly moving around. The businesses that I recommend are digital product-based businesses that are operated completely online, and all you need is a laptop and a Wi-Fi. This way you can literally work from anywhere in the world, whether that's at a cafe, hotel, a restaurant overlooking the beach, anywhere. My favorite businesses in this category is Amazon KDP, where you create simple books and sell it on Amazon as a print-on-demand model. I've been doing this for years and made well over 7 figures from it while traveling the world. It is the most beginner-friendly business I know of, with a very low startup cost and learning curve, as well as almost anyone in the world can do it regardless of their age or experience. If you want to learn more about KDP, I do have a free training that you guys can check it out in the description below. But you don't have to follow my path if you don't want to. You could do something else like being a content creator on YouTube, selling digital products on Etsy, start an agency, many options. The entrepreneur path is amazing, but because it takes time to build up, I do recommend you either keep your job or make money as a freelancer first while you work on your entrepreneurial side hustle, gradually building that up and eventually quitting your job and going full-time in it. This is exactly what I've done, where I worked a full-time job for years while building my Amazon KDP business on the side, eventually building it up to 10K per month and quitting it. That's when I started traveling. Now, time management and energy management are essential when pursuing a side hustle while working full-time. A lot of people start digital nomading thinking they'll be able to balance work and traveling, but end up just traveling and going out 24/7 and they never get to work. You don't want to fall into this trap, and if you've been working a 9 to 5 and you're used to only working when your boss tells you to, then it might take some time to adjust to the fact that now you have to act yourself. You have to set up a time where you will commit to working on your business or a job and allocate the other time to enjoying the benefits of being a digital nomad, such as exploring the new area. So here's some productivity tips that works for me and allows me to get things done while being a full-time digital nomad. Number 1, set a strict routine. I wake up at 7 a.m., start working at 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. with a quick lunch break in between. Then I go to the gym, come back around 5 p.m. and put in another 1 to 2 hours of work. Then from 7:30 p.m. I have dinner and relax. I repeat this every single day except Wednesday. I have a half day where I work in the morning and explore in the afternoon. And Sundays I take a full day off. I can choose not to work any day, but I don't, because I enjoy working, as well as once you start cheating on your routine, it'll create a bad habit of procrastination. Number Number 2 is find your go-to workspace. Whether you're the type of person that focuses better working from your home or at a cafe, decide on a few spots that you routinely go and work. I personally focus better at a cafe where it's not too loud, comfortable seating, and good ambience, but this is for you to decide. Unfortunately, you most likely will not be chilling by the beach with your laptop because you can't work like that. I think that's the biggest mistake digital nomads make, is to merge playtime and work time into one. So instead of working by the beach, get work done first, then go to the beach so you can actually enjoy it. Number 3 is to not travel too often. So every time I move to a new country, it takes me a solid week of researching the area, finding accommodation, packing, unpacking, then finding my new routine, like where's the gym, the cafe, the grocery shops, right? If you're traveling every few weeks, this will absolutely kill your productivity. Instead, what you want to do is to slow travel, where you stay at one location for at least a few months before you move to the next place. So let's say that you got all this down. You have an income source that's not tying you down to a location, and you have good self-discipline to get work done on your own. You're ready to start traveling, and now you might be wondering, where are the best countries to travel to as a digital nomad? Well, here are my recommendations. If you work a job or work with clients at certain time zones, then you have to pick a place where it's the same time zones. You don't want to move to Southeast Asia when you work in US time zones and work during the night and sleep during the day. But if you're able to work in any time zones, then I recommend you start with Southeast Asia due to the low cost of living and convenience. There are many options like Bali, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, but from my experience, the easiest transition and a great place to start will be Chiang Mai, Thailand. Not just because of the low cost of living, but it's also extremely convenient, beautiful mix of city and nature, lots of activities, a vibrant digital nomad community, friendly locals, and high-speed Wi-Fi. If you want to be by the beach, you could also try Bali, Indonesia, or Phuket, Thailand. Although the beach side will be more touristy, expensive, hectic, and attracts a party crowd, which may be distracting if you're trying to be productive. If you want to go outside of Southeast Asia, then Mexico, such as Mexico City or Merida, and Medellin, Colombia is also an amazing option, as well as Lisbon, Portugal, and Tbilisi, Georgia. Every country has different regulations when it comes to how to obtain visas and how long you can stay, so make sure to do your due diligence and research upfront before you go. My advice is to do your research, but to not overthink it. You don't want to blindly move to a new country and try to figure it out once you get there, but it is also impossible to know everything before you arrive. Some things you just have to learn and adapt once you get there. So do your research, but when you're ready, take the leap and book your flight. And honestly, if it doesn't work after trying it out for a few months, you could always move back. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want more digital nomad content, let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn how I make money online and why I think this business is the #1 business for beginners to start making money online, then check out the first link in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.